Hey all, my name is Jeremy Gilchrist. I am in Columbus, Ohio today. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I wanted to make a video because it's been about 6 years in waiting for a video like this. I speak about this subject from stages or in person, one-on-one with people, but a woman, this past weekend in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that I had met, who drove, so far with her son with only $50 in her pocket to, attend a big party we were having for the number one health transformation company in North America called Visalis. I'm a promoter of it, and just hearing her story and seeing her son, meeting her son, it just inspired me to do this video. And about 10 minutes ago, I was on a walk. I had to go to the store, and instead I decided to walk. It's Sunday, and I know the trail I have to go through is right through the woods. The birds chirp. It was peaceful, and I wanted to find that state of mind and think about this video. And you might be someone who maybe you're up against a brick wall. Maybe you're completely broke. You have no clue what to do. You're looking for answers. You're not finding them. Maybe you're in a relationship, you can't figure it out. Whatever it is, you're just at a standstill. Or maybe you know someone like that could use some guidance. Well, this video is for those types of people. And, I'll start by saying, when I think back to when I was, completely broke. Couldn't ask anyone else for money that I knew. Most people in Denver knew who I was, that lived within 10 miles of me, because I had already asked them for whether it was a quarter or $5. I was up against the greatest brick wall of my life, and fast forward to today, I live comfortably. I've done very well for myself, but so many people ask me, how do I get out of this hole? I'm so deep in this hole. And, my answer is, when you hear people say, I'm at rock bottom. Well, if you're smart enough to stack the rocks, you can walk right out of that hole. So what are the rocks? The rocks are up here. And that's what I wanted to make this video about, is everything you need to get out of the hole you're in is right here. I think the first thing, I did back in the day when it came to the destruction I caused myself, I caused others, the relationships that just hurt because of my wrongdoings. My ambition was high. My goals were high. I had to at least look in the mirror and know that I am where I'm at because of me. So first accept that, but understand there's no shame in that. There's no shame in I got in this hole because of me. No, actually the real reason that maybe you got in the hole is because you take risks. And that's awesome. You got to pat yourself on the back for that, You need to reward yourself for that. You got to understand that it's not so many people in life, they take big risks, and most of them never come out on top the first try, the first big try. And I didn't. Maybe you didn't. That's okay. Well, with that risk, maybe you ended up with a life that, you're not proud of, or you just don't enjoy. You need to look at it a little differently. I am someone who takes risks. Okay, it's not my fault as to where I am, but it's my actions that led me to where I am. So there's two words there, right? Risk. Actually, three, I guess you'd say, phrases. Action, risk, and you dream big. Right? You took action, you took a risk, you dreamed big, and maybe you didn't get what you wanted. So what? I need you to find that person. Find that courageous person, because you're one in thousands, really. Everybody dreams, but most people just don't take action because they're scared of what's going to happen. So, find that person and take more risks. But here's those rocks I was talking about. The easiest way, to stack those rocks, I guess you'd say, is to look at the truth. You can't do it alone, obviously, because you would have figured out how to stack those rocks in your mind, get out of that hole, and you'd be on your way not watching this video, or at least sharing. You might be sharing it with others. But if I'm talking to you, then all that means is I can't do it alone. I can't get out of this hole alone. That's fine. What you need to do is seek a mentor. There you have it. You can't do it alone. I had to look in the mirror one day and go, I'm not good at getting out of a hole this big. Oh wait, I'm not good at getting out of this hole because I've never been in this hole. I have no experience. So call on someone who you look up to, someone who maybe not necessarily has been in a hole and got out of it, but maybe someone who is living that life you wish to live and they're staying in it. Seek their advice. They love to share it. You see, this video was inspired by a woman, like I said, that I met in Fort Lauderdale. And I also heard from another woman who I look up to, who's like a mentor to the woman that drove to Fort Lauderdale. And this woman, mentioned her to me in the story, and that's what triggered this entire thing. Well, that woman is a mentor to the woman in Fort Lauderdale. So I know you're watching this. I met you in Fort Lauderdale. You're already doing what you should be doing, which is seeking mentors, right? And all you have to do is take some risks, follow their lead, don't second guess them, just do what they tell you to do. They don't want to waste time, they don't want to make money from you, or they don't want to do anything but see you get out of the hole. Their time is precious. So they're going to give you the best advice they can if you just run with it. You're wasting time if you second guess someone who's doing better than you. Just take it, run with it, no questions asked. That's it. That's all it comes down to. How did I get out of the hole? 3 steps. 1, I accepted I got myself there and that I can't get out of it alone. Number 2, I sought mentors. And number 3, I took action with what they told me and I never looked back. And here we are today, and I'm mentoring others and I'm still learning myself. So that's the greatest thing I can tell you. If anyone ever says to you success doesn't occur overnight, it's bullshit. It does. There's different levels of success. Now, sure, your end result's not going to come overnight. Your dream job or your dream life or the island or whatever, getting out of debt, that's not going to happen overnight. But if you can at least seek out a mentor, success 1, pat yourself on the back, small wins. And if you sit down with them and learn from them, success 2. If you put it into play, 3. If you reach back out to them as you need to look at things and see, look at what you could do better, and the rest will come into play. Success, success, success. You won't look back. You get out of that hole. So from me to you, thanks for listening. I hope you took something from this. And you know who you are, who I met in Fort Lauderdale. Thank you for inspiring me. But this video is for everyone that's up against what you feel is a brick wall, right? Like I said, stack the rocks. You got this. It's all up here. God bless you. Have a great Sunday. And that's it. Go get it. This is easy.